The Department of State Service on Wednesday alerted the Nigerian Army to an alleged plot by members of the Islamic State of West Africa province to launch coordinated attacks on communities in Ondo and Kogi States. Meanwhile, news just reaching us says Nigerian Army has dealt with Boko Haram and ISWAP that launched a coordinated attack earlier this morning on October the 23rd. Let's now turn to a former Deputy Director of the Department of State Security Service, Dennis Amachree, Dr. Dennis Amachree, as well as Ondo State Commissioner for Information Idowu Ajanaku. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. I'm being told that we only have you, Doctor, so we'll start with you. Doctor, thank you very much for joining us. Now, the DSS has warned that ISWAP may be planning attacks in Ondo, especially around Akoko and Owo. They also mentioned soft targets. So what kind of places are these soft targets? What could they be? We know of churches, markets, and schools that could be referred to as such. But why do you think they're still at risk, even after past security efforts?
Thank you very much for having me. You know, it's something that has become worrisome because, you know, when they attacked the church in Owo, and a lot of people died, and of course they felt that they can repeat their act again. And of course, due to good intelligence work, the DSS had, you know, got that information and then, you know, sent it to the appropriate people. And of course, this morning they went into operation and I think dealt with a lot of them this early morning. So I think it was a good intelligence work. Kudos to the intelligence agency and the military for doing their job. But I want to just point out a particular area where they nearly raised some panic by leaking that intelligence from DSS that went to the 32 Artillery Brigade commander. I don't think that should have been leaked to the press, or even if it is going to be told to the press, there are ways of doing it, not to publish it in the newspaper.
So do you think that making such intelligence public helped or did not help the situation? You think that because many people would argue that it actually alerted the communities and also alerted the authorities, well, preparing them for any such or anything that might occur?
Yes, there are ways of alerting the community, but you know, the way it was used was wrong. Because if you look at the memo, it says confidential memo, and that is for the eyes of either the Commissioner of Police and then the 32 Artillery Brigade commander. And when they get it, they know what to do. They know what to do.
Okay.
And of course, you know what the Commissioner of Police did by calling some stakeholders and talking to them.
Okay.
But he will know how to couch it. Because remember, the crowd you talk to, some of them might be double agent, nobody knows. So you have to be very careful when handling intelligence reports.
Very true, Dr. Amachree. Now, ISWAP usually operates in the northeast, but now the alert mentioned Ondo and Kogi States. So why do you think that these states are being targeted now? Are they trying to move south, perhaps, maybe because military pressure from the north, or do they see some weak spots here? Or well, 2022, that must mean that they're still operative in that area.
You know, ISWAP is actually a breakaway faction of Boko Haram. And then, of course, when they broke up, Abu al-Banawi, who is their leader, had some people who came in from Al-Qaeda, you know, to join them. And, of course, listen to their name, Islamic State West Africa Province. You know, the whole idea, their objective is to create a caliphate in West Africa. And that's why they are very, very active in Cameroon, they are active in Chad, they are active in Niger. And then, of course, they try to move into Ghana, but I think Ghana dealt with them seriously because, you know, the borders there are well monitored. One of our problems is the porous borders that we have. And I think we should look at that. Now they are moving southwards because, you know, the whole idea of building a West African caliphate is still there.
Well, Doctor, this warning also affects other states, and I'm wondering what suggestions or advice you have for these states. It mentioned Ondo as well, Kogi State as well. So what suggestions do you have for the governors of these states or the authorities therein?
I think this is a wake-up call for most of the governors around that axis, because they should know that this war is not something that they have to wait for the federal government to come and fight. This is a state war, and it is coming to their states, and they should take responsibility. They should take ownership. They should take ownership about it right now. Just like I think the Kogi State governor did, you know, by mobilizing the Security Council and then, of course, advising them. Don't believe that idea when they say that, oh, the governors don't have powers. There are military, police, DSS, all located in each state, and the chairman of that Security Council is the governor. So they should start practicing it, at least use their security votes, and then, of course, secure their states before the federal government will come in to give them some kind of support.
Dr. Amachree, it is worrying to see the anatomy of threats change, especially as it moves down south. But we want to say thank you very much for giving us your expert opinion on the matter here this evening. Thank you very much, sir.
For having me.
You're welcome.